Hello, beautiful kindred souls. Welcome. We're doing a cartography reading today. It will be elemental based, so I'll be organizing the readings by the elements: fire, earth, air, and water. You can treat this like a pick a card if you would like to, and just select the group that vibes with you more. Or you can select your group based on elemental energy for yourself, sun, moon, rising, that sort of thing. Our reading today is focused around career, specifically your next steps to greatness. This was requested in the poll that I had open. So this was the reading that was requested. So, yay. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this view. It's a little weird. Oh boy, what are you looking at? Weird things. I'm sorry. Let's see if that's maybe better. Not really. It's still funny looking. Let's see. What about that? Alright, let me plug my phone in so it doesn't die in the middle of our session. Alright, so take this moment to meditate on your group. I'm also going to add some numerology. Maybe that'll help you. And then keep in mind for my cartography readings, if you join me live at the end of the session, I will take a couple of personal questions from you. Bearing in mind that your question needs to be singular, so it can't be a run-on sentence with like 20 questions in it. So it needs to be singular and succinct. So again, you can be thinking about that. And again, at the end of the session, I will make time to take some of your questions if you join me live for my cartography readings. Okay, let's go ahead. We are going to, so the dice represent each of the elements: fire, water, earth, and air. So I'm going to roll those. Could potentially give you some inspiration on your group. Interesting. Okay, so fire has a number 2 associated with it, so some sort of collaboration, some sort of partnership potentially. Earth has a number 4. Very earthy of you to have a number 4. So stability, groundedness, organization, dependability, consistency, those sorts of topics. And again, today's reading is about greatness, steps to greatness. Water, we have a number 5. Interesting. So stepping out of your comfort zone. In order to achieve your greatness, you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to be a little avant-garde. And then we have a 2 for air energy as well. So again, partnership, collaboration, cooperation. That's what those represent. Okay, so we're going to move into, we're going to start with fire. So I'm just going to put the other signs off to the side, and we will get at them later. Okay. All right, fire. So these are, you could potentially be or identify as an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising, or maybe you're just vibing with the fire energy, which is okay too. I also have some crystals, pyrite, clear quartz and jade. So pyrite and jade are intended for like manifesting money and finances and financial gain into your life. And then our clear quartz, between the two of them, to harness clarity and focus. So we're going to start with our animal oracle as our guiding energy today for our career reading. Next steps to greatness. Next steps to greatness for fire energy. What animal energy let's see. Okay. Feels right. And animal energy guiding us today. Ooh, okay, moth spirit. Surrender now. Very interesting, considering your guiding numerological energy is the number 2. Surrender, 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 surrender. Surrender to what? Let's see what tarot has to say. What are we surrendering to? Surrendering to what? Interesting. Okay. Surrendering to judgment and the devil. I'm just going to shuffle out all of the energies so I can see the story. The devil, so each card has challenges and opportunities in it. So the devil it doesn't have to represent just the bad stuff, like bad habits and stuff like that, toxic cycles. It can also represent like letting go and engaging in things that are enjoyable just purely for the enjoyment of it, particularly related to the corporeal world. So let's see. But two major arcana energies here. That is significant. Big changes. Sacred. I'm feeling like you're coming to some sort of realization. Like some sort of, you could have potentially had some sort of aha moment. And it could have come like subtly, like you weren't expecting it to come. Centered around, again, career. That's what we're talking about, career. Something that is sacred to you, something that is meaningful to you. This is like my favorite mini deck. I love this stinking deck. So cool. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have Bluebell and Sweet Elysium. Gratitude and clarity. Be thankful for what is good now. Bright paths of understanding will open. So the message that just like popped into my mind, in my heart, was your path is connected to something that you deeply enjoy doing. It's almost criminal. And it could be something in the past that maybe got you in trouble. Not to say that you were to harm people, of course not, like yourself or others. But it's just like, for example, like in doing something too much, like overindulging in something that you really, really enjoy doing. It feels like it's like having it feels like it is, trying to think of the word, like evolving. It's evolving. Um, and the application of this energy, which it could potentially cause issue. And again, like it feels like it's just doing too much of it. Not that it's bad. For example, like playing video games or eating or cooking or making. Potentially in the past, you could have been doing it too much, where other things, other responsibilities in your life were being left behind. Like you weren't maybe paying attention or paying as much attention as you should to some of your other responsibilities because you were doing whatever this thing is that you love. But I feel like it's evolving now, and translating into something that has a positive effect. Judgment energy here is like a coming to Jesus moment, if you will. It's like you're stepping into your truth. You're like exposing yourself or showing yourself for what you truly are and who you truly are. To me, it's a card of like authenticity. And I feel like the devil could also be showing up if things that are enjoyable, generally enjoyable to you, and for some of you, this is like how you were raised, they're like demonized, if you will. Like if you enjoy something, it can't be good, or it can't be good for you, or something like that. It just feels like I'm seeing in my head like a child being berated for doing things that are enjoyable to them. So it could be that maybe the activity itself was perfectly fine, but you were just made to feel guilty for doing it. Of course, this is a general reading, so it could be applied in many different ways to different people. And then our final message here. Let's see. Our advice. Development. I feel like to me that's a sign of like I said, it feels like an evolution of an idea, an evolution of something you did when you were younger. And I feel like the advice here with development is like, keep working on it, refining it, gradually make progress towards this thing. And I feel like, again, this idea of sacredness is that it matters to you and that you connect to it, that it is freeing. And though there may be some guilt associated with it, again, and I feel like the guilt that's associated with it, again, I'm like the two things that I mentioned, potentially not doing things that you're not keeping up with your responsibilities, or you were just made to feel guilty for doing either whatever this is, or anything generally that is enjoyable to you. But I feel like this funnel, right? You're being asked to surrender to that which is aligned with your path and purpose, that which feels right, that allows you to be authentic, that allows you to be true to yourself. And I feel like there's just a message to continue to evolve and develop and refine this area of your life. This particular, it feels like a very specific thing. And I can't pinpoint exactly what it is because, again, this is a general reading, but it does feel like something that is creative in nature, that you're passionate about, something that's been on your mind and heart. This is not new to whoever I'm talking to. This thing is not some new thing. It's something that's been percolating in your mind, percolating in your heart, that you've been wanting to pursue, but for whatever reason, you've been holding back. Potentially, I just got the message like potentially using time as a thing that's keeping you from doing whatever you're being called to do. And I feel like there's just a message that the more you develop this, the more you define it, the more you activate it and bring it into the real world, the corporeal world, the world of manifestation, the manifested world, the more clear it will become. And I'm also getting the message, and if you identify as a fire sign, maybe this is not, I was gonna say maybe like you're already assertive enough to get done what you need to get done. However, I will say that if you have placements in fire signs, um, it means that this in this lifetime you're working on that energy, you're working on activating that energy, and so you might be developing things like courage, like a willpower and passion and these sorts of things. You're learning to not only develop them but also hone them and use them in a way that is conducive to whatever you're trying to achieve in life. So I feel like on that message, it's like keep working on it. It's okay if you fail. It's okay if you tried this and it failed before. Keep developing it. Keep working on it. Keep redefining it and reshaping it and remolding it and remaking it until it fits exactly what you want it to fit. Um, it is this iteration, continual iteration, that is going to, I feel like that's what you're surrendering to. You're surrendering to the process. It's not going to be perfect the first time you touch it. You're going to have to keep working it until the vision and the earthen representation are in alignment with each other. And you really won't know that
Motion sensor not responding.
until you start going edit. Sorry, that was my um anyway, doesn't matter. um Got distracted. Cool. All right, so we are also going, let's see what our charms have to say. So I changed out the background here to focus on our career topics. So we have career, wealth, social life as in relationship to career, spirituality, rooted beliefs, investments, business partnerships, collaborations, compensation, social currency, philanthropy, a money mindset, growth potential, and calculated risks. So those are some of the topics. And let's see what our charms give us. I'm going to try to use this thing too. It might be kind of big and bulky, but what it represents is basically the things that are seen and the things that are unseen. So we'll see. And this is our charms. So let's spin. Oh, we got wildness. Okay. I definitely got some things. I lost some things, fell on the floor. But imagine. Four of Swords, the headphones, and feel free because the intent of the charms is to allow some personalization. So if there's a particular charm or message in the charms that resonates better with you, then awesome. Okay, so in our focus or scene spaces, we have the Four of Pentacles. So this could, I feel like this could be maybe a focus or an over focus on managing your earthen, like balancing your checkbook, managing your earthen resources. And it feels intense. Like it feels like an overemphasis, an over focus. And given what we talked about already, finances could certainly be something like startup costs or something like that could be something that's maybe been holding you back or you've been struggling to overcome. And in the unseen spaces, we have the Page of Pentacles, which I feel like in this case, like these two energies to me are opposite. Not opposite, but they're like kind of on a different spectrum, on the opposite sides of the spectrum. So the Four of Pentacles I see as, again, it feels very tight and restrictive. And the Page of Pentacles is youthful, and there are opportunities, and they're very open. They haven't lived long enough um, to be held back. They think anything is possible, and so I kind of feel like that energy needs to be invoked here. Right under the glasses, I don't know if it's showing up here, but literally on the focus is Pisces energy. It says intuitive. Follow your gut. Trust your instincts. And if you don't, use this opportunity, this time to strengthen them. Strengthen your intuition. Strengthen your powers of perception and your intuition, your spiritual connections. Use those to help you make decisions and navigate the world. So behind your card, we have amethyst here, and it connects to spiritual energy. So that's definitely at the head of our reading here. I don't think I mentioned that. We have the throat chakra and the crown chakra. Generally, your social connections, which we started with the number 2. So, and I mentioned partnership and collaborations. We have Libra. So Libra is about partnerships as well. The sun, peacock. This, I can't actually tell what the heck this is. Oh, it's a lion. Leo energy. Taurus energy, trustworthiness. Depending on people who are trustworthy, we have the Taurus symbol and the Queen of Fire, Wands, Queen of Wands energy. So that connects to Aries energy. So if you're an Aries, that could be particularly focused on you, but it could also be focused on someone around you that is invokes the Queen of Wands energy. This person is going to be, again, that intuition is coming back, and she's intuitive. She is assertive and robust and charming and a go-getter. She knows what she wants and she gets it. And she is divine feminine energy because she is a queen energy. That person glows from the inside out. There's something about them where you know that they know where they're going in life. Again, Taurus, Leo, there's just a ton of personalities here in your wealth and social zone. And I feel like they're going to be tied to the, what does it say? Network is your net worth. So tied to the opportunities that you have, tied to access to places and spaces in your life. We have the Five of Pentacles and the compensation and career, and I feel like that's current. Like maybe your money, again, like your money is restricted. Your money is restricted, and maybe that's guiding some of your decisions right now. And again, I feel like the message is push past that. What are your opportunities? Where can you be where can you show ingenuity and creativity? You know, maybe it doesn't involve money. Maybe it's about the way you think about something or how you approach something, or again, tapping into your resources, and people might be willing to help you, that sort of thing. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, I think, is a strong sign there, and it's under the throat chakra. So vocalizing, it feels like moving on, moving forward, and being vocal. I feel like stepping out of your comfort zone and being vocal, vocalizing what you need and what you want, working for it. The development, the Eight of Pentacles and development, I feel like are calling. And development is a number 8 energy as well. Number 53 reduces down to the number 8. We've got the engagement ring and the rooted beliefs, the fan, the lotus blossom, and investments. Ooh, the lotus blossom represents, so the lotus blooms in darkness, kind of like the most terrible conditions, something really beautiful comes out of it. And I feel like that's connected to the devil energy. And again, you're kind of working through that devil energy, working with that devil energy. You're peeling it apart, you're piecing it apart. I feel like root work generally will help you. I'm just feeling like there's something in your past that is hindering you in some way and limiting you in some way, keeping you from um, surrendering to your calling in life. And yeah, I just got the message like you are married to something that is not great for you, and you have to move that energy around. And you have to dig in the muck and the dirt of your roots, your past, in order to find that lotus blossom, and investing in the beauty that comes from what you discovered there. And then we have the treble clef in partnerships. Treble clef represents music, and music is harmony and many different energies coming together to make something beautiful. Yeah, I feel like the focus is really on the social connected to wealth, and using your intuition and powers of discernment to help move past the career challenges or career difficulties. Yeah, the Four of Swords is about moving on, moving forward. We have the earmuffs as well, drowning out the bologna sausage. To stay focused, right? Not listening to those voices in your head that are telling you you can't. That's the devil energy, that you can't, you won't, you shouldn't. Someone like you can't enter whatever thing here, right? Bologna sausage. It's all bologna sausage, and you have to push past that and step into your true, authentic place and space in life. And I feel like that is the audacity of fire energy. Fire energy to me is about audacity. It's about making moves forward in the direction that is meant for you, and doing it unapologetically, tapping into the things that you're passionate about, and putting your will and effort and energy into those things. Also keeping a place and space of optimism, and knowing that any step that you take forward toward your truth is brave. You are so brave. And the more steps that you take, the more confident you get. And the image that I'm getting in my head is like a baby learning how to walk, right? The first step is super hesitant. They're looking kind of crazy. But the more steps that the baby takes, the more excited they get about this new thing that they're discovering. And they're able to get around faster. Starts going. You're going to be unstoppable. It's exciting. Woo! And then we have imagine. I said that in the beginning, but I feel like imagine is tied to and connected to fire energy. It's connected to that intuitive knowing and understanding. And if you don't feel like you're connected to your intuition, develop those energies. It's water energy, so develop that. Journal on that. My channel is very, very focused on journaling. I talk about my journaling journey. I journaled every single day for a full year, every single day. I did not skip a day. And so many things were brought to my conscious mind, so many points of progress and emphasis on certain things, like topics and subjects and interests that came back time and time again. So I encourage you to journal. Journal about the things that work, the things that don't. Journal about your dreams. Journal about your interests. Journal about the things that frustrate you and excite you. All of that. Keep it, keep tabs of it. Keep track of it, because then you can always return to it. And I feel like maybe not that, right? And you can kind of see through some of your thoughts and just take note of the process and how you work through things. All right, I think that is our reading for fire, and I'm going to move on to earth now. All right, let's see. Did I? I think I did. Yeah, I did. We're moving on to earth now. Let's see if there are any messages. All right. When I'm in my reading, I'm like all up in there and I always get really, really hot when I do readings for fire. Cause it's just, y'all bring the heat. Okay. So here we go. That's exciting. Well, we're gonna grab earth next. I'm really trying to keep these, cause I'm not gonna be able to like rewind backwards and see what it is. Okay, so put fire up there. Move that over there. Move this out the way. All right, on to earth energy. So earth, my beautiful earth signs. This is going to be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. Sun, moon, rising, or maybe you're just vibing earth energy right now. Or maybe you have an earth sign in your second house or your 10th house, which are the houses that are maybe more directly connected to career. So we're looking at your next steps to greatness. And numerologically, you're being guided by the number 4, which is very you. It feels very aligned with your energy. But we'll see what 4 energy is vibing for you, and if it's helping you or hindering you. Let's see. Let's get some guiding energy from our animal oracle for our earth signs on next steps to greatness. Next steps to greatness for earth signs. Next steps to greatness. Butterfly spirits. Interesting. Ooh, you know the message that just popped into my mind? So the butterfly represents transformation. And with a message of encouragement that transformation is indeed beautiful. You can't transform if you're staying the same. You can't change if you're stuck in 4, right? 4 is about staying the same, stability, dependability, groundedness. And so, yeah, I have a feeling about our message today, my darlings, that you are going to be asked to step out your comfort zone, but we'll see if I'm wrong. I'm okay with being wrong. Sometimes. Next steps to greatness for my earth signs. If you're watching live, hello, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you joining me. Again, I'll take individual questions at the end of the full reading. If you join me live for a cartography reading. All right, seen, unseen. Yep. Yep. So I'm gonna just keep going. And y'all know I can't, well, maybe you don't know, but talking and shuffling and stuff at the same time doesn't always work out. So I'm gonna lay all the cards out, but I'm seeing it unfold. With the Hierophant in the seen spaces, or the expressive spaces, and strength in the unseen spaces, I feel like the message here is pretty straightforward. Like, it's going to take strength, courage, for you to step out of your comfort zone. Comfort zone is the Hierophant. energy for you. Again, rules, the regulations, the guidelines, the tried and true methods, the traditions of life, the policies and procedures. Like, that's the Hierophant. But you're being called to step out of your comfort zone. Hierophant's earth and energy, earthy. Strength is fiery. Fire is about action, movement, change, alteration. Aggressively, though. Aggressively. So you're going to have to do something that's going to feel really uncomfortable to get the outcome that you want in life. We have Wild Rose here. It's about clarity. And again, we have our quartz, our clear quartz, to guide clarity of message today. Pyrite and jade that connect to career related things of wealth and worldly wealth. I feel like health is also included in that. What is wealth without health? Ooh, I almost forgot my little deck. I love this little deck, man. I have a number of small decks, and they are not all created equally. This one, it always comes through. It always comes through. Okay, let me move this up a little bit. Otherwise, we're going to run out of space. Okay. Ooh. Clarity, clarity, clarity. I feel like you know what you want, like what your outcome, what you want your outcome to be. That's what I'm feeling, like that you know. Oh, you had a jumper. Okay. Fuchsia. True feelings within you is all you need to know. See, I did not literally just say that. You know what you need to do. You know that what you need to, in order to get where you want to go, you know that you're going to have to do something uncomfortable. I just feel like you know that. But you're resisting it because you're earth. It's okay. We're all a little stubborn. African violet, spirituality. It's time to connect with what you believe. You know, I feel like you've already gone through the process of being convicted for whatever this is. Like, you've already been through the process of, this is what we need, what we want. This is where we want to go. I feel like that process has already either started or has happened already. It's either happening or it happened already. And then we're going to get our advice energy here from our Tao Oracle. Oops. I feel like there's also a message that just popped into my mind that said, just because you are invoking change doesn't mean that you are abandoning all of the wisdom that you have around your earthen energies. So that, again, that dependability, reliability, and consistency and groundedness. Like, yes, whatever this dream, this vision, this new endeavor is, it will need to be grounded. You will need to show up consistently and invest in it, that sort of thing. So you're not abandoning all that you know or all that you've learned. You're just evolving. That knowledge is evolving into something that's going to challenge you. Marrying maiden. My love. So, the marrying maiden, a compromising situation, subordination, manipulation, low self-esteem. I feel like it could, for some people, it could be a third party. Like, it could be someone outside of yourself who's keeping you trapped or keeping you small. It could be a boss. It could be a partner. It could be whoever, whatever. But I feel like for the lion's share of my beautiful earth signs, You are your own worst enemy. We are our own worst enemy, period. It's not just you. But I feel like it's you keeping you trapped. It's you limiting you. It's you saying that you can't do something or won't do something, or, you know, you don't have enough of this or enough of that. And I feel like you know that there's little truth in that. That if you really decided that you were going to go forward with this transformation, and for some of you, it could be transitioning. I just got into, I'm shaking right now. Transitioning into owning your own business or running your own business, your own operation. And you're scared. And I get it. It's a big step, right? Everything's on your shoulder. The burden is on your shoulder. But it does take courage to step into a new system. And I feel like that feels like the message that, again, you're not abandoning your wisdoms and the information and skills that you've gathered. You're just transforming them into a different avenue. I'm getting heavy, strong vibes of business starting. You're starting your own something, right? Your own business of some kind. You are thinking about and or transitioning to or wanting to transition to self-employment. And there's just a resistance because we don't have all the answers. And that's true. You're not going to have all the answers until you take those chains off. You step into the fact that you're not going to know everything, that there are going to be things that come up. But when they do come up, you have the tools to develop a process around handling or dealing with whatever comes your way. So, I don't know. Yeah, it felt real clear from the beginning that, you know, and I feel like these cards are capturing the energy so intensely. True feelings. You know what's truth. You know your truth. Some people are still on their journey to find their truth out, but I don't feel like that's you. You're on your truth. You know this is what you're called to do. And you just have to hijack the fire signs and guiding energy. You just have to surrender to the process of evolving your wisdom. You know that you have outgrown your current position. This is what I'm being called to share with you. You've outgrown your current position. You're comfortable. That's how I know that you've outgrown your current position, because you're comfortable. You're comfortable where you're at. You're comfortable with whoever you're working for, working with. You know the ins and outs. You could do it in your sleep. And I feel like that has allowed you to open your mind and to explore what you truly are meant to be doing with your life. It has allowed you to develop the skills that you have developed. And I feel like now is the time, right? Now is the time. You know your true feelings. You know what, you're clear on what you want. You just have to take that leap of faith. You just have to take that leap of faith. So let's pull some charms for you. I do try to look at the chat, but it's so hard because I just get into the readings. I just be all up in y'all's business. Listen, okay? All right, let's pull some charms. I didn't explain. So the things that we see that are going to help us achieve our greatness, and the unseen things. And then this tile was replaced. I replaced it with a career-focused background. So career, wealth, social currency, spirituality, and how that connects to money, investments, business, partnerships, all of that good stuff. So that's what our background looks like today. And then we have our little focus glasses. So let's see. No? Okay, shoot. All right, so outside of the board flew the sun, And it is kind of in the spirituality area. So I'm just going to park it here, but it's kind of outside of the view, if you will. So working maybe in the shadows. We've got the music next to career. Again, music I interpret as harmony and collaboration and many different sounds, many different instruments working together to have one kind of bigger impact. Okay, so the unseen spaces is Aries. And our focal eye is looking at the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. Okay, listen. Your Ace of Wands, your Ace of Pentacles. What did I say? It's the Ace of Pentacles. Sorry, I don't remember what I said. Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Your Ace of Pentacles. So the aces represent new or renewed energy. Pentacles is the tangible, connects to the tangible world, earth energy. So this Ace of Pentacles, this is your opportunity. This is your new opportunity. This is that business. I'm just gonna point right to because I'm feeling it so hard. This is that business that you're supposed to start. You are gonna need that Queen of Wands energy, which is Aries energy, and Aries is in the unseen spaces. I'm telling you, your message is so clear. It is so concise. And I feel like that is because you are concise and you know, you don't need me. You don't. I appreciate you. I love that you came, showed up. You are loved, trust, and believe, but you don't need me. You know what it's going to take because you see that Queen of Wands energy is the key to your success. And that Queen of Wands energy, again, which is Aries energy, is also in the unseen spaces. So you know exactly what you need to do. You don't need me. Goodbye. See you later. Love you. Smooches. Okay, so we have solar plexus chakra in the rooted belief section. Growth potential. Solar plexus, listen. Okay, solar plexus chakra is like fire energy all day. That is the core of our furnace in this life. That is where the source of our spirit, our soul dwells in that solar plexus chakra, and we are warm-blooded, so we are lit from the inside out. Growth potential is in that lit area. It's the fire energy. You know that. Anyway, the sun, connect to your sun. So listen, okay. Feeling, yeah, because it's like reaching. You have the 5 of Cups here. Social life, you do have a key in your social life for what you are reaching for. Maybe some disappointments there. Maybe some people that you've shared your idea with and they put you down. F them. Just saying. I'm just the messenger. You can get mad. That's fine. Business partnership forever. We have the starfish and the witch. The witch to me represents the magical properties of life, right? Witches, they make potions, they mix things together in order to get a bigger outcome. To me, that's connecting with music and career. Making magic, business and partnerships. Ooh, I just got for some of you, the witch could represent someone who's sabotaging you or trying to sabotage you. They're trying to keep you from moving on. Again, that could be that person that is telling you that you can't do what you feel in your heart you should do. I feel like the starfish is about regeneration. That to me connects to transformation. It's not the same thing, but it's connected. But I do feel like the witch to me feels like the Queen of Wands energy though. Again, for a select few of you, it could be someone else outside of you that's trying to that's bibbity bobbity booing you. But I feel like for most of you, that's representing your energy and what is necessary for you to create the business and partnerships. These two things, literally straddling the line between those things: business, partnerships, making the right connections, connecting to the right people. So again, for the career, for the business, like you making your own business or starting your own business, starting your own company, if that's vibing with you, I feel like you need to change your social circle. You need to get around like-minded people who are going to encourage you, and not put you down or say you can't do something or won't do something or laugh at you, whatever. Find like-minded people. Connect to people who support you, who believe in you, believe in your vision. Very succinct. Like I said, I tried to pull more charms, but they were like, no, this is it. This is okay. Final thoughts for you, my loves. You can stay where you are, and life will be okay. But were you put on this earth to be okay? To be meh? For things to be sufficient? Maybe. If that's your decision, that's fine. But I feel like there's something bigger out there for you. And I feel like you know that. Your message was extremely consolidated. You basically said to me, I know what I need to do, but I'm scared to do it. I know where I need to go, but I'm scared. Like, I'm comfortable right now. I'm good where I'm at. But this message is about greatness. And in order to be great, if you're good, in order to be great, you have to do something different than what you're doing now. And you know that. So this is just me reiterating to you what you already know. Okay? Well, that's it. We're not going to keep on kicking that bear in the face, you know? Yeah, let me know down in the comment section what kind of business you're about to start. Okay. I love it. Thank you, Earth signs. Appreciate your beautiful energy. Let us move to our air energy. Our air signs. To air. Okay. No air, air. That song has been stuck in my head for the last like 2 days. Jordan Sparks, No Air. Dang it. It's just stuck in there and it just keeps like, you know I don't know the words, okay? Judge me. It's fine. All right. So now we are moving into our air energies. Our air signs are going to include Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or maybe you're just vibing with your air energy right now. That's cool too. Air energy is all about that open-mindedness, objectivity, learning, stimulating your intellect. So that is what we are going to be getting up on today. So again, our message is about steps to greatness. We're going to start with our animal oracle. Animal oracle. Tell me, do you expect me to live alone, just me? Man, I can't get it out of my head. Okay. At least it's not the Ozempic commercial. Listen. Okay, I'm going to stop being random. All right. Guiding energy from our animal oracle. Ooh. Why do I love this koi fish? Is so beautiful. Okay. Koi fish is your guiding energy. There is always enough. Ooh, you know what message I just got for you? You are concerned. Whoever I'm talking to, whoever this vibes with, you are concerned about oversaturation of the market. Whatever market you're trying to get into, whatever idea that you have, you're like, I can't do that. It's oversaturated. The koi fish is here to tell you there's always enough. There is always enough. If you are being called to do something, there is enough room for you. Period. Period. That's it. We're done. Good message. Just kidding. Am I done? But it feels like that's, ooh, that message hit so hard. That hit so hard. Let me know. Let me know if that's you. I feel like every market at this point is oversaturated, so you can't pay that no attention. Just do you, boo. Because you're always you're gonna bring your own flavor to it anyway. Be like, how many different people have made macaroni and cheese? Right? But is that gonna stop you from making your macaroni and cheese? No. It's not gonna stop you from making your macaroni and cheese. Don't ask me why I'm talking about macaroni and cheese, probably because I'm hungry. Anyway, 4 Cups reversed and the Knight of Pentacles. So in the expressive spaces with 4 Cups reversed, girl or guy, I say girl, but it's not meant to be gender specific. Girl, you know what I'm saying? Girl. 4 Cups reversed, you're bored. You were bored. You're looking for something. You're searching for something of interest to you. And the Knight of Pentacles upright in the unseen spaces is, to me, representing it almost feels like you really want something that you can invest in, but you're just like, meh, when it comes to actually finding whatever the thing is. There's just a meh to it. But with the 4 of Cups reversed, I do feel like you're coming out of that energy. There is something that caught your attention. There is something, because the 4 of Cups is reversed. But you feel like there's no room for you, or it's oversaturated, or that's just the vibe I'm getting. That's the message that's coming to me. Let's see. What other? I try to get all the cards out because I feel like they help to. Tribulation. Difficulty and challenge. Maybe it took a lot for you to come to this conclusion. Whatever it is, the thing that you're interested in or that you found, maybe it came to you through challenge or tribulation. Difficulty, loss, I'm getting maybe for some of you. Maybe the loss put you into the 4 of Cups funk, but you're coming out of it now. Or at least you have the opportunity to come out of it. You have to, obviously, you have to choose to come out of it. This is my favorite mini deck. I love it so much. It just be on point, you know? Just be on. And oh. Next steps to greatness for our air energy. What messages do we have? Oh. This one I saw. Yeah, I feel like this energy is in opposition to the 4 of Cups energy, which is necessary for you. What? Oh, we have 2 fall. Crocus, breathe, and cactus flower, endurance. Hold on, you can do this. Calm. Some of you guys are coming out of a really difficult time with tribulation and the 4 of Cups. Yes, the 4 of Cups is reversed, but I feel like it's reversed now, your current moment. But you came out of something really difficult, really challenging. I do feel like that adversity, however, brought some sort of epiphanic moment to you. And I feel like right now the challenge is, as you're working through that difficult moment, again, the breathing, the optimism, the endurance, like I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles and endurance, like those 2 energies are like the same energy. The Knight of Pentacles is all about endurance. The Knight of Pentacles got their steady horse. You know, tried and true, slow wins the slow and right wins the race. Got the fields plowed out, doing that monotonous work, and enduring and holding on because you know that the outcome is going to be amazing, beautiful. Koi fish represents wealth and abundance, particularly in the corporeal world, in the world we live in now, which I feel like is a really good sign for you. And I wouldn't be deterred by an oversaturation of market or whatever. You're going to bring your own thing into it. The attracting of opposites. Seduction, temptation, passionate encounters, coupling, union. Some of you maybe recently gone into partnerships, or maybe a romantic partnership is in the future. But outside of that interpretation, I feel like there's just generally a message around so from a logical standpoint, you look at something and you're like, there's too much of this in this space, so I'm not going to add to that. And I feel like there's just a message to, like, it's almost like that's an illusion or a distraction that's keeping you from doing what you're called to do. And so I feel like the message is like, do it anyway. Do it. Try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you can try it. You can give it a go. And I just have a feeling, again, that if it's aligned and if it's aligned, what is the phrase? It's like, what was made for you, like, you can't lose what was made for you. It's going to be a process now. It's going to take, you're going to have to, it's going to kick you in the face. You have to get up and all that stuff. It's not going to be easy to do. But I just have this message that the optimism is kind of kicking in. Like, yes, you just recently went through something difficult, or are maybe still going through that thing. But there is a rainbow on the other side. There is abundance. There is light. There is enough. You have the tools that you need. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles, if nothing else, is about having the tools that you need. It's Virgo energy. You might have Virgo placement somewhere else in your chart as well. But it's about having what you need and doing what is necessary in order to achieve the outcome that you're going after. If you identify more as a flighty air energy, and it's difficult for you to focus, I feel like the message here that I'm getting is like breathing, like using breathing to ground you, using breathing to keep your brain stimulated and aware, and helping to focus your thoughts and focus your ideas and focus your energy. Getting the message to use like time blocking. I know this is super specific, but someone needs to hear it. Using time blocking to help, again, if you struggle focusing, using time blocking to work on specific tasks and in short chunks of time, like 30-minute chunks. Focus on one activity and allow yourself to lean into that, and then take a break. Maybe you return to it if you didn't finish it, or you do something different. But that, I don't know why that message is super, super duper specific. Let's get you some charms. I feel like the bigger message for you all is you are co-creating with Spirit. And as you step into your awareness and your knowledge and your path and your purpose, things aren't going to get easier per se. They'll be different. They'll require more of you and or different things of you. For example, earth and energy is not easy for air energy. They're opposites. And so being asked to tap into earth energy could be very difficult for you. And that's okay. That's part of the challenge of life. Like, life is meant to bring us tribulation, trials, difficulty, obstacles that we have to overcome. And it is the act of overcoming, the process of overcoming, that is the lesson for us. That's what we're supposed to be gaining. That's what our spirit is supposed to be gaining. And then all the other pieces kind of play into other bits of our life. Yeah, I don't know. That just, okay. We're gonna cast some charms for you. We have the eye here represents things that are seen, things that are focal points that you see and you're aware of. And then the closed eye is about things that are in the hidden spaces, things that are unseen, but that are still influencing the events that are happening here. So let's, I've been low-key out of breath your whole reading. And I don't know if that's because I'm not breathing. I don't know. Like, when I channel energy, it's impactful. It's impactful. So breathe. Take moments throughout the day to breathe. Take moments out of the day to focus or refocus your mind, especially if it starts to run crazy. Write things down. I just got that message. Write things down and get them out of your head to keep your mind clear, or as clear as you can. Okay. Okay, nothing specific in the unseen spaces. Your charms are pretty spread out. So I feel like the message is, you know, the charms kind of help to make things more specific. These are general readings, but the charms, like if something calls to you, if one of the charms calls to you, or one of the placements of the charms calls to you, then that message is definitely meant for you. We have the screwdriver in the eyeball, and I feel like that's just relating to that earthen energy, right? The screwdriver is a tool that you used for a specific type of task. And I feel like you are aware of the specific task and the tool necessary to do it. It's just about kind of mustering up the focus and the effort and the energy to actually do it. And I feel like it's because your mind is in so many different places. Like, I'm just feeling just feelings of overwhelm. Like, you're overwhelmed. Like, there's a lot of information to gather, to sift through, to respond to react to. And I feel like with the message that I have for that, if you're connecting to that message, is breathe, yes, but write things down and then prioritize them. That's a very, like, these recommendations are very earthen, right? It's very ordered, very organized. But I feel like that might help you. I talk a lot about, journaling. Journaling doesn't have to be, journaling can be so many different things, right? And I feel like one of the things for you that could be helpful in kind of relationship or connection to a journal is somewhere to put your thoughts so that they can get out of your head, so that you can focus on one thing at a time. Okay, enough of that. So we have the spider in the investments. The spider to me represents like dream weaving, pulling our imaginative ideas down into the corporeal plane. So I feel like you're being encouraged to invest in your imaginative ideas and the act of pulling them down into the corporeal plane. We have the elephant here in investments and calculated risks. Elephants represent matriarchal energy, divine feminine energy, wisdom. I also connect them to like the crone energy, like if you to think of the triple goddess, a wise divine feminine energy, and divine feminine being the reflective and internally driven parts of ourselves. We have the lizard and rooted beliefs. The lizard connects to fire energy. We have transformation with the butterfly here and the money mindset, transforming the way you think about money and investments, your own ideas and how they could translate into investments. The Eight of Cups and the fishbone in business. Yep, something didn't go right. That could be the trial and tribulation. The trial and tribulation could certainly be that something went sour in a previous business endeavor. That could be that tribulation that was being talked about, and that's kind of what's got you in a funky mood, like a bad mood, or feeling down, feeling unhappy, upset, maybe feeling like a failure. And I just feel like an encouragement to push past that, pull past that. We have Osiris here in partnerships. Osiris is about protection. So protective partnerships, partnerships that are going to be protective and supportive. We have the cross and the sewing machine and collaborations, career and partnerships. The cross in my charm set connects to, it feels like the Hierophant energy to me. It's like order, organized ways of doing things, ways of living life. And I feel like it could also be like organizing your religion in quotation marks. So like organizing how you, creating a process or an order to how you navigate your life. Sewing machine is about putting in the work. Feels very the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. The parent and career could be representing like repeating or inner messages, repetitive messages. And it could also be like people talking too much. We have the peace sign and the comb and wealth. Teasing out. The comb to me is like teasing out knots. And peace, and having peace doing that. So again, it could be related, again, if you are relating to some sort of a failed business venture, teasing out the knots and being at peace with it. Embarking on entrepreneurial things or business things, there's a risk. And everything might not be perfect. And you just have to kind of keep working it. We have the cologne and the lion in social life. You could be connecting with a Leo or have some sort of connection to a Leo, or a Leo or fire sign could help you or assist you with like the social currency, the philanthropy, social life. You could meet this person through philanthropic endeavors. They could be that protective partner that we talked about. To me, the cologne represents, like, it connects to smell, and smell connects to memory. It's specifically Chanel number 5. So luxury, Venus energy, a luxurious life. It could be referring to that Leo person too. Spiritual, you have people in the monkey. Monkeys, to me, represent, there's kind of a playfulness to monkeys. Obviously, they can also be very vindictive, and they can be jealous and envious, and they like feel all of the human emotional feels with maybe a little less ability to be conscious about those things. But I feel like there's a curiousness to them, right? And sort of a playfulness to them. And having people there and spirituality, I feel like connecting with people that make you feel curious and happy and smile and laugh and joke and kid around and things like that. I feel like that's important from a spiritual standpoint. Again, I feel like in order to kind of recover from that Four of Cups, engaging in things and people and places that make you happy, that bring you joy, that keep you curious and optimistic. We had optimism in one of the cards as well. All right. Well, my beautiful air signs, I feel like that's the message. Again, I feel like holistically, if you know, again, some sort of a failure, some tribulation, some trial has maybe turned you off in some way to your career path. I feel like you're just being encouraged to, you know, process through that and keep it moving. Be optimistic. Like, where there after the rain, there is the rainbow that comes after the rain. And so, I feel like breathing through the challenges, working through the challenges, and understanding that they are as well. Successes and failures are a part of this life. They're a part of our journey. They're not going to go away. They're going to continue to be there. And we just, I feel like starting off with the koi fish was like, that's the message. There's always enough. Prosperity and abundance, it's in your future. It's a part of your primary message. And you just kind of have to work through those things that are challenging and difficult, and stay optimistic, and breathe through the difficulties and endure through the difficulties. And at the other end, you will, you know, there will be success. There will be more at the end. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, share your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right, and we're going to move on to our water signs. All right, thank you, air energy, air signs. Loves you. All right, and what were you, a 2? I think, yes. Oh, keep you up there. Hello, water signs. It's going to be my Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces. Okay, your energy is guided by the number 5 today. Thank you for joining me, whether on live or on playback. I appreciate your energy. We're going to go ahead, start off with an animal. I try to peek at the chat when I'm doing my readings, but it's kind of hard to do that sometimes because I'll be getting all up into readings, okay? So just to talk a little bit about our board today. So behind your water sign here, we have amethyst. So that is guiding, that's at the head of our reading. That's guiding our reading today. And at the foot, we have our topic-based crystals. So we have the clear quartz for clarity of message here. And we've got jade and we have pyrite. And jade and pyrite both connect to money and obtaining monetary and or valuable resources and things like that. So it's guiding us. You know, I think it's actually quite beautiful that you have the number 5 as your guiding energy. I do feel like you are going to be asked to step outside of your comfort zone in order to step into your greatness, but we'll see. We'll see what the other messages that come forward. All right, animal spirit for our water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's see. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. The number 5, 50 reduces down to the number 5. Okay, we're getting some messages that are coming through consistently here. Obstacles. Obstacles guaranteed. That's life, though. Life guarantees obstacles. Overcome any obstacle, Rhino spirit. Let's see what messages tarot has to offer us. One more. Okay. Do keep in mind, if you join me live, I answer questions at the end of my readings from you in chat. So if you can catch a live, love to hear from you. All right, so in our expressive spaces, We have the Eight of Pentacles. You working hard, huh? You work hard for your money. I don't know why that just popped into my head, but it did. Okay. And then in the unseen spaces, we have the Five of Swords reversed. There's some, so I feel like the Five of Swords reversed here is the overcoming of the obstacles. And because those are in the unseen spaces, I feel like those obstacles are internal in nature. So they're in inner messages, inner, like your thoughts are the ones, like your thoughts are the things that are beating you down. Another 5, 5, 5, 5. We're triangulating here. There's something about it. Some of you, I'm getting sort of a melancholy feeling right now. Something hard, something difficult, something challenging. It's internal though. It's inside. The call was made from inside the house. Like sabotaging. The Five of Swords is like sabotaging, but through like wicked thoughts. Wicked sounds, that's a weird word to use. Like negative thoughts, negative talk, negative ideas, perpetuating in your head. But because our Five of Swords is reversed, it does feel like we are indeed overcoming that particular obstacle. It's not necessarily impacting the kind of day-to-day working through. And I also feel like that's like on the outside, you are still like, at least you appear to be, you know, still cranking it out, cranking it through, getting it done. But on the inside, there's a lot happening. Defend. 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 Defend what? What are you defending? Yeah, there's a melancholiness, some sort of sadness. I'm feeling it hard too. Okay. Jonquil, power, take hold of what you know is yours. Somebody tried you, didn't they? Nasturtium, grounding. The beginning is where you need to be. Ooh. Power and grounding. Somebody, listen, this is what I'm feeling. Someone or something pushed you out of character. They tried you. It feels like you were minding your business, weren't you? You were minding your business. And then someone or something happened. And it could. And again, I said this for one of the other elements. Like, we are, in a lot of cases, our own worst enemy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an outside entity. But I feel like whether it's inside or outside, you're being encouraged to take hold. It's almost like reclaiming your power, grounding yourself. Working through those negative thoughts and standing up for your truth, your belief, your understanding of who you are and what the heck you were meant to do here on this earth. Overcome any obstacle. And I feel like either you have or you are working on it right now. And again, it feels internal. Not to say, just because it was like the bulk of the energy was internal, that doesn't mean that something external didn't trigger or stimulate those negative thoughts. So I would be mindful of that. A person, a place, etc., that stimulated some of these negative thoughts. I think this would be a wonderful thing to journal about. To get down to what it is so that you can be ready if it happens again. Yeah, I just feel like you were in your zone. You were working away, getting it, minding your business, making your little pentacles, learning your skill, going to school, whatever that translates to in your life. And then something kicked you right in the forehead. And you were like, wait, what? And whatever that thing is triggered a series of just beat down, beat down, beat down mentally, internally. But I feel like, again, you're overcoming that, or you're being encouraged to overcome that. If you feel like you are still in this, the encouragement is for you to defend your power, ground yourself in your truth, connect or reconnect with yourself, with your ability to spiritually connect. Because as a water sign, you have that ability to connect beyond this current existence. You have access. I mean, all of us have access, but as a water sign, there's a really strong encouragement. That's part of your lesson to learn in this life. Work on what has been spoiled is your message here for final messages. Healing, correcting past mistakes, make repairs, clean up corruption, restoring balance, taking responsible action. That just fits. And I feel like what has been spoiled, again, it could be an internal thing, right? Doubt. Beating yourself up for something that happened, or maybe something didn't go according to plans and you've been just bashing yourself, just tearing yourself up inside. Let's heal through that. Trying things and retrying things, moving past and forward, moving past things and moving forward into different things. Like, that's a part of our journey in life. Perfection is not a part of this life. Perfection is just an idea, just like infinity is an idea, to help us understand that those things, that's not our goal. Yes, you are going to make mistakes. And what imagery for the Eight of Pentacles that I wish was here was that the earlier ones were kind of raggedy. Like, these should be, and I feel like there is an iteration, like a tarot deck that I have, that the earlier versions are raggedy. Like, some of them are missing the star. They're all like, the circles aren't perfect. They're all lumpy. And then the more you do it, the further and the deeper that you get into this, the more you learn, they start to refine, right? They get better. And your last one is your best one. And the one that you're working on now is going to be even better than that previous one. And so that's how I interpret the Eight of Pentacles. You're not good when you still way you fail is if you don't finish. So keep going. Try again. If at first you don't succeed, and it's uncomfortable, like, failure is uncomfortable. And I feel like in our current day and time, maybe more so than other days and times, failure is even more scrutinized, even less supported against with the 5, right? The number 5 is the rebel of numerology, right? If they say up, you go down. If they say right, you go left. It's kind of like pushing back on the systems that are in place in order to find your own position, your own unique take on things, your own perspective and point of view and approach. And I feel like you're being encouraged to do that now. And I feel like that will be healing for you, and that will help you step into your greatness. And we have I replaced the background here to be my career background, my money honey background. And so we have topics like business and investing and compensation and money mindset and all that sort of thing. So those are some of the topics that live here. So we'll be casting to see what messages we have related to these topics. And then I have my focal glasses here, which on one side we have the things that are seen, the things that we see and we know that in our conscious mind that we need to do or that influencing or encouraging us. And then the unseen things, the things that are out of sight, but are going to assist us, or maybe they're hindering us, right? So the things that are seen and unseen. I'm going to focus. Okay. So let's give it a spin. Okay, we had off to the side here the moon with the heart and like rooted beliefs and spirituality. I feel like the moon with the heart, to me, it's not necessarily that this charm always means this, but I'm interpreting this as like loving yourself. Self-love feels like the message there. And it has to be a part of your core, your roots, in order to manifest the abundance and financial or other types of abundance and wealth that you want. It should be a part of your spiritual practice, your spiritual belief systems, is the depth of love and care and care and love that you have for you. If you are a Cancer, I feel like this is very pointed to you. We also have our sacral chakra in the focal position here. I don't have my little, usually have a smaller bit here to point to things. This isn't as fine here. Oh, you know what I might have? Aha! Chopstick. All right, yeah, so we have here the sacral chakra, which is a watery place. And I feel like I always relate the sacral chakra to Scorpio energy, but it's, it's connected to like our genitals, which there is a depth of like self-actualization and self-understanding that's connected to the sacral chakra. And we have the Page of Cups here, a curiosity and love of self. The pages are not connected to any particular sign, and so they're open. So open to that sacral chakra energy. It feels very insular. It feels very personal. And I feel like this is a part of the healing process, coming off of this Five of Swords, and then taking the advice, working on what's been spoiled. And I feel like this is a part of that healing process, is focusing on that sacral chakra, that inner kind of intimate inner space. It feels like very individual and personal, that we're connecting to that place inside of ourselves. In the unseen spaces, we have the crown and the fan. The crown to me represents responsibility. And the fan is like kind of moving things around, like moving energy around. Potentially moving responsibility around, or moving around, or maybe your responsibilities are shifting, or changing. Feels like more responsibility coming in the future, but you have time to kind of work on these other personal things in the meantime and in between time. We do have the music note in career collaboration and compensation. Because the music note is singular, solo, again, I feel like it's very individual. It's almost like you having your own unique note or voice or song to sing or note to sing. It just feels like you have a unique contribution to a bigger piece of music, and that is you will be compensated for that unique viewpoint, perspective, that which you add to the conversation. There's a lot of energy that's collected in the career, collaboration, and compensation section. We have these are like the drama faces, but they were face down. So I kind of like this to me represents the masks that we wear, right? Like, do we need to be sad right now, or do we need to be happy right now, right? But those are face down. So I feel like, again, this feels like an exposure, like you're exposing yourself. There's an honesty here, an openness here, a vulnerability here, an innocence here. We have the Three of Pentacles and the King of Swords. It could be directly related to working with someone who is a master of their craft. They have incredible knowledge and like intellectual knowledge of what they do. The Queen of Swords, wow, that's the sword energy here. Brow chakra, intuition. It's like the third eye. So tapping into your intuition, following your gut when it comes to career. We have the nail gun here. Again, a tool that needs to be, it's very direct. There's a lot of power. We talked about power, I'm pretty sure. Was that our reading here today? Yes, power. I feel like the nail gun talks about power. There's a very direct and impactful sort of energy to the nail gun there. And I feel like your power is your intuition as a water energy. So if you are uncomfortable with tapping into your intuition and using that as a source of power, I feel like you're being encouraged in this message to dive into that. That source of power. It's so... I am super watery. My sun, moon, and rising are all in water signs. All three of the water signs are represented in my sun, moon, rising. Okay, so I know some water. When you develop your intuition, when you develop your powers of discernment, which is a collaboration between your intuition and your intellect, like they're working together, bringing data together to help you make decisions. And when I say make decisions, I mean like instant decision making. You feel it in your gut. You know it without having to pull all the parts and pieces together here and there and everywhere. Developing that with your career is critical. It's being highlighted here. I think also with the sacral chakra as well. We have the Six of Swords here. You're moving on. I feel like you're moving into wealth. Yes, there's some disappointment and sadness, but you've been absolutely working your butt off. And that will pay off. There's something special planned for you, I feel like. And I also feel like this special is connected to this music note. In the compensation, wealth, career, collaboration. Just feel like there's a synergy right here. And a lot of focus in this area too, from the charm standpoint. Partnerships is also highlighted as well. You have the Eight of Swords, the Three of Wands here. This is an octopus. Octopi are very intelligent creatures, and they're also very flexible. And so I feel like this idea of being it's like not going with the flow isn't kind of just like letting things happen, but like having the ability to like move and move with fluidity, and it's almost like I see it in my head. I see an image of it and I'm trying to describe it. It's like, because you have a strong intuitive and discerning eye, you're able to clock a situation, determine what you need to do, and then you also have the ability to then flow into that new avenue or new road or new focal point, or it's just like adaptability, like an incredible power of adaptability. And I just feel like, I think that's going to help you to navigate situations that are unseen right now, that you haven't encountered. And I can understand that there's some anxiety going into in situations where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to like, just like pay attention, right? Breathe into it and trust your powers of intuition and discernment. Trust your ability to influence. Trust your ability to collaborate and communicate with other people. And I feel like we also have the spider, which the spider talks about, the spider spirit energy talks about dream weaving. So the ideas and the dreams and the visions that you have, bringing that down to earth, that is the spider energy. It's not just having the vision, but it's about bringing it down to earth. You know, a spider never makes the same web twice because she's so incredibly creative. She has so many beautiful ideas, very adaptable, and adapts to any environment, any corner, any edge. Yeah, spiders are actually pretty bomb. Now, don't let one roll up on me because there will be high-pitched screaming involved. But they are incredible, particularly in the spiritual spaces, interpreting their energy in a spiritual way. Ingenuity is a word that I would use for spider spirits. Don't be afraid of your unique view. I feel like we're kind of going back to our opening energy, the number 5 energy. Don't be afraid of your unique view on the world. Don't be afraid of your unique take. Don't be afraid of your unique voice. Get to know her well. Create an environment for yourself where you can get to know her. And so that when you walk into a room and there are 20 voices, you hear her whispering to you. That's that intuition. You know you've developed a strong intuition when in chaos, you can hear her. And she's strong enough to be heard over all the noise, but quiet is soft. There's a softness to her. She doesn't need to shout or yell because she's in you. She is in divine feminine, right? That's the divine feminine. Intuition is a divine feminine thing. It's water energy. Yeah. This was so gooey and ooey. I feel like final thoughts for you, my beautiful water signs, is that return to yourself. Return to yourself. If you have a lot of water placements, like me, that means water energy is a huge lesson in this life for you, which means you were lacking it in a previous iteration. And so you are being asked to tap into that, to work on it, to work through it. Maybe you had it in the past, but maybe you didn't trust it. And so now it's about trusting it too. Having it, developing it, trusting it, because it's going to help you. You're going to need it to navigate and move through this life that you've been given. All right, my beautiful water signs. Those are the messages for you. These went very long. Maybe I'll do something shorter next time. This was intense. We are now to the end. So I don't think I have a ton of viewers, but I am open to your questions right now. So if you are, again, if you're joining me live and you ask your singular and succinct question in the chat, I will pull some cards for you. I'll just give it a minute. What are your questions? What questions do you have? Questions. Well, if you're watching this on playback, if you were able to catch one of my lives when I do a cartography reading, I take your questions at the end, and I will pull some cards for you personally. It's a little personal reading. Your question will need to be singular in nature, not a big run-on sentence with 20 different questions in it. So singular in nature and succinct. So yeah. Well, I don't see any questions yet at it, so I think I'm just gonna call it. This was a super long video. I might have to try to do some like faster ones that are a little quicker. But thank you so much for your time, your beautiful energy. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming video, whether it be a reading or other. Check out my, I guess I don't know how it looks like on your side, but I pose questions like asking you what type of reading that you're interested in. So do pay attention to that. And yeah. So again, thank you so much for your time, your beautiful energy. I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming message. Be well. Uh-oh. What in the flip?